Okay.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My partner and I will present about the video critique of Up in the Air. So the movie of Up in the Air, it was 2019 American movie. So this movie was about Ryan, which is a termination expert who travel all over the country to fire 100 of employee in person. So his goal is to earn 10 million frequent flyers miles to cement his status. So one day, his company will bring the Nestle, which the grand hired to implement internet video system that allowed them to fire people remotely that that will cutting out the traveling process. So the Ryan was strongly disagree about this idea. So he was bring the Netflix to see how is the synopsis for this movie. We move to the synopsis of of critique which is presented by Alia.
So, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Alia Natasha. So, I will present about the synopsis of video excerpt, which is the scene that chosen shows a situation in which Ryan Brigham and Natalie work as a partner in their work elements. So, the video excerpt shows how to handle the fire of employees in workplace and how to handle the issue of employees after they have been fired. So it also includes on how the workplace will be based on the critical incident. So the critical incident, we will proceed with the first critical incident, which is presented by Atika.
You all know Ned in reception? Today I'm gonna fire Ned. Sorry, Ned. I'm sure HR will hire you back this afternoon.
We'll see about that.
Now, Ned could be any employee in any one of our clients' locations worldwide. Strategy packets will be shipped in advance. Ned would be given a seat and find one of our transition specialists waiting for him. Mr. Laskin, the reason we're having this conversation is your position is no longer available.
I don't understand. I'm fired?
Hearing the words you've been let go is never easy. Change is always scary. But consider the following. Anybody who ever built an empire or changed the world sat where you are now. And it's because they sat there that they were able to do it.
My fucking mind. Well, what happens now?
This is the first step of a process that will end with you in a new job that fulfills you.
Yeah, but how does it work?
I want you to take the packet in front of you. Review it. All the answers you're looking for are inside. Start filling out the necessary information, and before you know it, you'll be on your way to new opportunities. Now, Ned, I need you to go back to your desk and start putting together your things. As a favor to me, I'd appreciate it if you didn't spread the news just yet. Panic doesn't help anyone.
Natalie, what is it you think?
So for the first critical incident, the workplace element that applied in this scene was a making decision. This scene take place in the meeting room where the Natty decided to fire Ned. So the way the decision was made was a very smooth and clear so that the Ned was able to accept it positively. The impact that will obtained from this scene when the making decision, we must be confident and make the decision clearly so that everyone can accept that. So this method need to be practiced when someone facing the same situation. Move to the second critical incident.
Panic doesn't help anyone.
Natalie, what is it you think we do here?
We prepare the newly unemployed for the emotional and physical hurdles of job hunting while minimizing legal blowback.
That's what we're selling. It's not what we're doing.
Okay, what are we doing?
We are here to make limbo tolerable. To ferry wounded souls across the river of dread until the point where hope is dimly visible. And then to stop the boat, shove them in the water, and make them swim.
That was really impressive. You gonna put that in your book?
So for the next critical incident was the clarification of. So this will happen on board where Ryan asks opinion about the job to the Nestle. So in this scene, each of them are explained about their opinion, but Ryan slightly disagree about the Nestle's opinion about their job. So this in fact from this scene is we should respect every opinion has been given. So the recommendation is everyone should open and accept whatever others' opinion because everyone have their own idea. So move to the third critical incident.
What do you suggest I tell them?
Perhaps you're underestimating the positive effect that your career transition can have on your children.
The positive effect. Make about 90 grand a year now. Unemployment is what, $250 a week? Is that one of your positive effects? Well, we'll get to be cozier because I'm not going to be able to pay my mortgage on my house, so maybe we can move into a nice fucking one-bedroom apartment somewhere. And I guess without benefits, I'll be able to hold my daughter as she, suffers from her asthma that I won't be able to afford the medication for.
Well, tests have shown that children under moderate trauma have a tendency to apply themselves academically.
You know what?
So the third element that apply in the this critical incident is the handling. This still happened between Ryan, Natalie, and Bob, where the Natalie had motivated Bob when Bob was unable to accept the decision that he was being fired. So this showed that Natalie was able to deal with this situation when she gave a positive word to the Bob. So the effect that we obtain when from this scene, when we motivate a person, it will able to uplift the spirit of the person. So the recommendation for this scene is the workers should apply this element in their workplace. We'll move to the fourth critical incident, which is presented by Alia.
So I will present about the fourth critical incident.
Yeah, come on in. Come on in here. Great job.
Thank you. How's everyone taking it?
Great. Listen, I admire your zeal, and I think you have some very good ideas, but you know nothing about the realities of my industry.
For the fourth critical incident, it shows that there is a positive attitude shown by the employer, their boss, and their Ryan. So it is because positive attitude is essential to harmony, people progress, and positive mindset in the workplace. So the way they act is good because they do it professionally. So there's no argument in the first place. So the boss give a compliment to what Natalie have done in the meeting, and also the Ryan Bingham take it in professional way to express his feeling towards the meeting, so that all of the parties do not feel awkward towards the action, and then I think they can improvise and apply the same thing into another employees in different situation too. So we move to the fifth critical
Who the
incident.
fuck are you, man?
Excellent question. Who the fuck am I? Poor Steve has worked here for 7 years. He's never had a meeting with me before, or passed me in the hall, or told me a story in the break room. And that's because I don't work here. I work for another company that lends me out to pussies like Steve's boss, who don't have the balls to sack their own employees. And in some cases for good reason, because people do crazy shit when they get fired.
So for the fifth critical incident, it is when the employees that have been fired used an offensive language. So offensive language is a harsh word used which is not suitable in the workplace. It is because the employee say fuck you to him, to Ryan. So it is improper to use offensive words toward people, mostly in the workplace and into our environment. And the employees cannot accept the fact that he got fired. So the word fuck you can make people feel disrespectful and a bit harsh words. So I think he should accept the decision made by the organization and accept it in a professional way, which is use a proper word and sentence. So the next critical incident.
Some guy sits down in a conference room somewhere, and our server routes his session to one of our termination engineers.
Termination engineers, really?
Well, I preferred terminators, but it bumped with legal.
Can't imagine why.
They follow a workflow that takes them through anything from a standard dismissal to a violent aggressor.
What do they do now? They practicing?
Well, beta testing, role-playing. We go live at the end of the month. Kyle, you're running through the events too quickly. You need to give them time to acknowledge each statement, okay? It's a legal thing. Brian?
No. Yeah, there's more. Well, you
So for the last one is a good leadership skill. As a leader, they must be an example to their followers. So it is a relationship between followers and those who inspire and provide direction for them. So Natalie able to be a leader because she can make the followers listen to her. The moment she instruct and test everyone using digital, such as receive orders from management through the computers. So the followers able to receive orders from Natalie, and it is good and can be improvised, so that the employees will feel the sense of belongingness towards the organization. So I think that's all. I will continue with the conclusion. So the conclusion that can be made is employer should able to make decision and handling situation or issue that arise in the workplace, so that the senior employees too can clarify their opinion when it is needed by the junior. A good language can be used in the workplace so that it can help to gain a good relationship between them. Next, a leader can show a positive attitude and makes the leadership skill as an important element in the workplace. So I think that's all from us. Thank you.